everyone, and welcome back to my channel for another video. This is going to be a new series I'm starting on my channel. I don't know if there's an existing challenge out there, but I know there was one for The Sims 3, I believe. But I kind of made one for The Sims 4, and it is based off the show 19 Kids and Counting, and instead of it being 19 kids, I put 75 kids and counting. So it's basically pretty much like Baby Challenge, only you're not going all the way to 100 babies. I mean, you could if you really wanted to, but that's only if you wish. You can stop at 75 children if you really, really want to, but I don't know. We'll see. So I'm going to just start off by saying, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Jenna. Obviously, I'm JennaTheSimmer. And if you hear background noise, I'm so sorry. My son is on his tablet, but it's keeping him quiet for now. So, yeah. If you don't know, I make Let's Plays and Creative Sims here on YouTube. And I just want to start a new series because I feel like I should. And pretty soon, maybe within the next 20 parts or so, Sims 4 will be ending. So we will just have to see. But anyway, this is going to be for The Sims 4. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but as you can tell, it is kind of based off 19 Kids and Counting. I don't watch that show. I've seen commercials. I've probably seen like 1 or 2 episodes, and I was inspired to create this challenge. So, like I said, some people would probably mix it with Baby Challenge and Legacy Challenge. But the main goal is to have 75 kids and as less generations as possible. But you can continue if you wish them to reach 75 children. Which, obviously, I don't know if I'll continue it on after 75 children. I don't even know if I'll be able to go to 75 children. Anyway, I'm going to go and tell you guys the rules. I will link them. Well, not link them. I'll post them in the description. Because I've written these rules. So, yeah, okay. So we're going to go with rule number 1. You can start with 2 Sims, male and female, or just have 1 Sim. But if you choose to start with 1 Sim, that Sim must be a female. You can create them however you please, which means you can use custom content. You can customize them however you want. They don't have to look a certain way. They don't have to be a certain color. It's going to be basically your challenge. You guys to customize your own Sim. So, also, your Sims can have whatever traits and aspirations as you wish. The female Sim cannot work or have a career, but you can give her helpful traits to earn money. For example, the creative trait to help with writing or painting, which, the female Sim obviously is the one that cannot work because that'll be the one bearing the babies. I mean, you could have her work, but I chose to make it to where she couldn't work to make it a little bit more challenging and kind of more like a Baby Challenge aspect, because in Baby Challenge, your founder or your heir wasn't allowed to work. They had to stay at the house and stuff like that. But I'll get to that more in just a little bit. The next rule is you can only marry once in the challenge per generation. So choose your husband wisely if you plan to marry. If you start the challenge out with 2 Sims, they can either be in a relationship or be married automatically. You can even have affairs if you are married, but if you get divorced or the husband/wife dies, you cannot marry again, and you cannot be with more than 3 men or women per generation. So this one is going to get a little tricky, and I'm probably going to get questions about. You can have affairs if you really want to, but if your husband or your wife find out and you choose, like, say if you're starting off with a male Sim, and like if you're later on and you choose a male Sim as your heir, which is completely allowed. I'm sorry, I'm tripping over my words. You can have them, if they cheated on their wife or whatever, and she found out about it and divorced you, you cannot get married again. But you can date up to 3 other women per generation, which keeps the generation going. Like, you can keep moving Sims in, but as long as they're not your children that have already moved out, which I'll get to that in just a second. You may use the fertility treatment only for one sim in the entire challenge, so choose wisely. So you can only choose one sim to give the fertility treatment to in the whole challenge. So I thought that one was going to be kind of difficult because in order to get 75 babies in a soon amount of time, you would have to have twins or triplets. I don't even know if you can have triplets in The Sims 4. I have not played far enough to get into that. I haven't even had twins yet. So I know you can have twins. I just don't know if you can have triplets. I'm pretty sure maybe you can. But anyway, the fertility treatment you can only use for one sim in the entire challenge. Okay, now we're going to get to the raising babies. When raising children, you must complete their aspirations. You can give them any traits you wish and any aspiration you wish. Just make sure you complete it. I also was going to add in here that you can also, if they haven't completed their aspiration, at least make them have an A in school. So even if you couldn't complete their aspiration, at least have them an A in school. Okay, here's the next rule. Here's the tricky part. In order for an adult child that isn't going to be the heir to move out, they must be married. They can be married to anyone you wish, but they cannot elope immediately. They must have a wedding party. And the reason why I wanted to add this in is because I feel like if I were just to put, oh, they have to be married, somebody would go out that day and elope immediately. And I would think, okay, wedding party costs about 1,000 simoleons. It kind of make it a little bit more challenging when you're wasting your money to throw this wedding party. So, yeah. That's that one. And then the founder and husband of the founder cannot be moved out when they are elders. They must die on their own inside the house. They cannot be moved out. They have to stay in the house until they pass away. Even if you started out with a male, or even if like you haven't started off and you start off with a single sim and they're female and their husband is still there after your founder dies, no, you have to stay in the house until they die. That's just for the founder though and the heirs. I think it's more family oriented that way. So that's why I added that in there. And also you cannot resurrect any of the Sims that pass away, which is kind of self-explanatory. Just don't resurrect them. You obviously, I mean, I guess you could have ghost babies, but I don't know. I kind of think that defeats the purpose. You can move to whatever home and lot you wish. You can even use the legacy lot, or you can start off in a starter home and move out when you have enough funds. I'm probably going to do the, the legacy lot. That way I can build up my house and stuff. I really don't want to have to move out, keep moving out of houses. It just seems more a hassle and lots of money. I think I'm just going to use the legacy lot, which you guys will see that when I post my first part of this Let's Play. So, okay, obviously you cannot use cheats, so no money cheats, no mood cheats, none of that, no skill cheats, no friendship cheats, no cheating. If there is a mod to have more Sims in the household, you can use it if you wish. I personally think it's more challenging not to use a mod. And also you can use any custom content you wish. I'm going to use custom content. I don't use custom content furniture because I haven't found any that looks good. But you can if you really want to. But as for the mod in The Sims 4 to have more people live in your household, I really don't know if that is a thing. I haven't looked into it. I don't want to look into it. I don't want to really put mods in my game that are going to harm my game. I'm already having issues with the mods I have now. So I'm not going to do that. You can choose any child to be heir, male or female. They have to be a part of the bloodline. Adopted children cannot be heir. If a child has already married and moved out of your house, you cannot let them move back in. So say you, one of your first children, you want them as heir and you've already moved them out, you cannot move them back in. You cannot move on to the next generation until the founder or heir is an elder and cannot produce babies. Okay, the next one is if you wish to adopt, you can adopt once per generation and they will count towards the challenge. but they cannot become the heir. Keep in mind, adopting a child does cost 1,000 simoleons. So I think I'm going to adopt a child per generation. Just because I kind of think it's something that would fit in very well in a way. I just feel like it would. You have all these kids, why not rescue one from something, you know? I'm going to try and make a good storyline with this. So we'll see how that works, because I'm actually in the middle of writing it too. So there's a couple good things going to happen. So okay, every birthday must be celebrated via the birthday cake. Also, you must give the children equal amount of attention so they won't be sad or forgotten. It's supposed to be a family-oriented challenge. So, I haven't had personally this issue, but I know a couple people have had the issue where there's a new baby in the house and then the child isn't happy because they feel like they're forgotten. Try to avoid that. I know it sometimes can get, I don't know, I personally haven't dealt with it, but I know it can be hard, especially if you have multiple babies. I know it can be really hard. So just try to avoid that if you do this challenge. Okay, teens can have boyfriends and girlfriends if you would like them to, but if the teen in your household has aged up before their boyfriend or girlfriend, you cannot age them up. I said that weird. You cannot age them up. You would have to wait for the game to age them up or find them another partner. I'm still learning about the story progression in this town. I mean, I've heard some places that it works, some places it doesn't. And I also know it's really hard to find teens in this town as well, or in the towns. So try to avoid aging them up as much as possible. I mean, if you really want to, it's whatever, but I'm gonna try not to age them up. Before the heir or founder passes away, the children must have a good relationship with them and must be at least friends with them. They must have a friend relationship with them. So, obviously that's self-explanatory. Just try to keep a good relationship with the kids. And the last rule is you can change the age span to long if you wish. There's really no, keep it between normal and long. There's really no specific how long to need it, really. I'm probably going to play it on long, but we'll see. I'm still trying to come up with what I'm trying to do, but yeah, that's pretty much the rules of this challenge. Like I said, I will write the rules down in the description below. If you guys are interested in doing this challenge, please let me know and send me screenshots and stuff, because that would be awesome. And I googled a challenge similar to this, and one did pop up, but it was for The Sims 3, and it was like, I think it was 50 babies and counting, or 50 kids and counting. But I switched up my own rules and I made it 75. I was going to do 100, but I'm like, no, that's basically the baby challenge. So in the next video that I post about this challenge, it will be the first part. I will show you guys The Sims, give you guys the backstory, and we'll pick out the legacy lot, and we'll build a house and get the challenge going. Really not much left to say. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of excited because I actually made a challenge that I actually like and I'm excited for. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe if you wish, and I will see you guys in my next video. Have an awesome day, night, morning, whenever you're watching this, and yeah, bye guys!